Trent from Total Tools. We've got the trusty Swift on the trailer and we are headed out to Pheasant Wood Circuit at Marulan, and we're going to participate in Hatch Attack. And that is a dedicated series. It's a 2-round series. It's been going for a few years, specifically for small cars and hatchbacks like our little Swift. It's going to be an interesting day. We've been put in the open class, which is going to make it really hard for us because the open class is some really highly modified cars, engine swaps, turbos, you name it. With our car with a standard motor in it, and it's all set up for handling and set up to be able to run all day. We're going to be up against cars that have been set just to do fast sprint laps, so it's going to be interesting. I don't think we've really got a chance at any places, but that's not what we're there for. We're there to go out and have fun and see what this little car can do on the Pheasant Wood Circuit. We haven't had it out there yet. It is a good little tight track for small cars. Been out there in the Beamer a couple of years ago, did just over a minute in a lap time, minute 1. That was before we did a few more things to the Beamer, so maybe the Swift can get around that sort of lap time, we don't know, but let's get out there and find out. Anyway, we don't want to bore you with the 2-hour drive we've got ahead of us, so we'll take care of all the boring stuff. We'll see you when we get to the track. Alright, we're all set up. We've been scrutineered, signed on, pressures checked, torques checked. We're ready to go, just waiting for driver's briefing and everything else to get underway. In the meantime, I mean, there are some awesome cars here. There's some fantastic setups. A lot of time and effort being put into some of these cars, so let's go check them out.
First lap out, how was it?
Not bad, not bad. Took a bit to warm the tyres up, but once it got there I was good. I said I'd like to get a 102. I did a 102.5, so only upwards from here.
Your first overall so far
Okay.
at the moment.
All the fast cars are going out now, so I did pass everybody and lap quite a few during that session. This guy brought me right on the finish line at the last one, but I was on a good lap time, and then he hit the brakes too early for me, so. But really happy with that. We've got to adjust the pressures. Maybe we can get a couple more tenths out of it yet. Okay, so a little fear that I had. The little Swifto is the loudest car here. We've been asked to quieten it down. They've given us some mesh to shove in the exhaust. 95 decibel track limit, and we're peaking at 100 in this little thing. So we've got to go try and see if this works and not lose it. I've seen people do these and they end up spitting them out down the track. It's like a super trap. Well, I hope that's not like shoving a banana up the tailpipe, because we can't lose any power in this thing, but start it up, see what it does. I think it's still pretty loud. I don't know if we'll get away with that, which means we'll probably only get one more session in, so we've got to make it count.
Yep.
Well, not when I'm trying to settle lap time. Oh. Look at that.
Time.
So yes, our getting held up in that last one. You know, the car in front was quick down the straights and things, and he was trying to learn the lines, but he was doing 109s and I was doing 103s. But by the time I got past, the tyres were done and there was no speed left in it. So just giving it a swap over, because there was a lot of understeering moments. And the poor tyres absolutely copped it. So let's see if we can get a little bit more out of it by swapping these over. It's going to wreck my pressures, I reckon, when I come in next. One's going to be too low and one too high, but probably only by about a pound each, so it won't make too much difference. There are some corners on this track that give both fronts a good workout. Alright, drop it down, torque it up. quick update on the track and the car. So the track's gone off, no one's getting any quicker. The little wire baffle in the back is robbing us of a bit of power, so I'm getting slower out of the corners, not enough power, losing a bit of power, enough to knock some time off. Luckily no one else is getting quicker, but in the end of that last session, we broke a shifter. The bane of this little car is weak points in the shift mechanisms, and we found another one again. So the little, when I'm going sideways, that should be moving. Something's broken internal, so we'll see if we can fix it. Maybe not, but we'll pull it apart and hope for the best. Who said this wasn't about tools? What are you getting wings? No one did. Alright, well, we got the shifter out, found the problem, found this little bit in the car that I did hear flying around. It snapped off the side of the gear stick. You can see it's supposed to go in there, and then that's supposed to move that so we can go between the gates of the gears. So unfortunately, being snapped off, there's not much we can do about it. We don't have a spare. Our day is done.
Yeah, again, thanks for the event, guys. You've done well. Thanks for coming down, and we'll do it again next year. But track's open till 4 o'clock if you want to hang around with us. So appreciate it.
Well, there you have it. That's the end of competition for today. Poor little Swift had some issues with the broken gear stick that put us out. We really only missed one session there at the end, although I was on the most laps for the day until that happened. So had some good feedback. We're probably the most consistent today until that happened. But finishing 10th outright in such a pretty heavily stacked field, it did well. Did well to do that. We were holding 8th for a while. I think after the first session was outright first till the fast cars went out. But you know, between 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th, it was within hundredths of seconds, so very close. Anyway, hope you had fun out there. I had a bit of fun dicing with a few people. You'll see that on camera, hopefully. But that's enough out of me. As always, like, comment, subscribe. See you soon.